Well, we're headed out. I didn't video much of a pack in or pack out stuff, but we did get a deer. You see behind me, mules are between me and Curtis and George. But it's been a long week. It's been a really good week. A lot of good things have happened, and so we're headed out of here. All right, we're going to continue to tape this, or cape it. So I've already kind of started down there. I'm going to take this here, hold it like this, over the base of this horn. How sharp that knife is, but this one's real sharp. Just sharpened this knife, but it doesn't feel very sharp. Okay, so I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver. Curtis, can you go get one? So get around on this side here. Phillips screwdriver.
That one work?
It should. If you hold on to this, the trick to getting these out is right here along the base. You get this, drive down around it, and it pulls it off there like that. See that?
Yeah.
See how it pulls that off? Mm-hmm. Did you see how that did that on the video?
I think so.
See how that pulled off?
Yeah.
Put this down here. So you gotta be very careful around the eyes because there's not much meat there between the hide and the eyeballs, and you can cut and leave too much. Hold that back like that. If you leave too much hide, you won't get all the hide, and there'll be a hole, and you really can't replace that when it comes to around the eyes and that. So they're whispering over there. They're telling secrets. See how this ripped a little? Mm-hmm. And that it should be all right, but so we got around that horn. See how that is? Then we'll go straight across to this horn.
How big was your deer?
We don't tell it yet on camera. We're waiting for people to comment to judge on it. All right. Okay, get it going here. You go right under the burr and right around there, and it'll helps peel it away from there.
Is the burr like the...
That's what this is right here, the burr. Hold it there. Go hold it. Okay. Sometimes it gets a little stuck. Skin this down a little more. I got too much ear attached there. That's the problem. There it came. She wiggling too much? You know, all these kids act like they're shy, but as soon as you take the phone from them or the camera, then they start shaking and wiggling and trying to draw your attention. So
She was doing the happy dance so she didn't have to video anymore.
yeah. So this is start to come around the eye socket right here, and you have to be very careful as you come around it because they have their, so right here, this part of their eye is, there's solid bone right there, and you have to have this here when you take the cape. And so you have to be very careful because right here's the bone, that's the bone, this is the part of the eyelid clear into there. So as you cut right along the bone here, you can see it kind of releasing some of that eyelid, and it's really, this is probably, this part is the most important part because you leave a hole there, you can't fix it. This is the second most important. You don't want to screw up on this. So you take your time cutting that. And so I take it down in layers because I need to take both sides down evenly so I know what I'm doing here. Hold that down like that. Right here, son. Just hold that down. Sorry, this tag's in the way. I need you to just hold that back. That's what is needed. So see the again, you can see that bone right there, and I'm cutting right along it. This is how plastic surgeons get their start. You peel back the hide. It's pretty similar to humans. You just got to be careful not to cut through things. Pretty morbid, huh? Okay, so now we get this part down. We take it down evenly. So now we're going to be working along the jaws here, because you got to save. You got to save in here part of that because that's what tucks up in there. So where you start right here is you'll hold this like here, and you cut right there. If anybody wants a nose job, this is kind of what they have to do, you know. Peel your nose back down to the bone, and this is the cartilage in his nose. You can see that. We don't want to cut through. You got to leave all that in here, there. So that's why we cut back like this. And so you end up cutting.
It's dirty.
See, it has a little hole right there. It's a oops, shouldn't do that hole. Wish this knife was sharper.
Did you bring the knife sharpener over?
Yeah, but it's not sharpening this thing, so we get it on this side. Cut it right down there.
He's got some ugly teeth.
I don't know if that was broke from,
I think he fell on a rock and broke it.
I don't know if he did it before or after you shot him. I think we need to hold that. No, yeah, just hold the horns down.
Got him.
All right, it's much sharper. Much sharper. We'll be able to tell the age pretty close here in a bit once we get exposed the molars. You'll tell how old this boy is. If we took the right one out of the herd or not. Huh, Curtis. Yeah, he was only with 2 other males, but they don't hang out with the girls. The girls are too noisy.
Dang girls.
You'll find in whitetail hunting most of the time, unless it's during the rut, the boys and the girls stay separated. That's pretty much in most animals, unless they're still mama's boys, hanging next to their mama. Nowadays, humans stay next to their mamas for about 30 years or more. All right. Okay, now that we kind of went down, we'll come down the jawline here and we'll kind of match those up. You'll see that right here as we come down. See, I'm getting around the eye because I want to be able to I'd like to get this mostly done down the jawline before I get too much on the eyes. Keep it held still, son. You keep rocking it back and forth on me. You can see that's loose now all the way down to the jaw. All right, so now we're gonna work really good right here on this eye now that I got this loose and that. So we just keep right here, babe. There's a lot of muscles and little things in the eye. See how I'm leaving all that eyelid in there? So we're getting down. So we got the eye part out. That right there is the most crucial part. And it's right down in here. And you gotta keep it pulled. And you can see the sinew attached to the bone here. And I just go right next to the bone. Because if you cut up in here, you'll cut that piece off and it'll mess you up. Hmm? You kind of loosen it up underneath here so that I can get a hold of that. See how it starts to peel away? Now I got it. And that's how you take that. Because see, that's that scent gland right there. Now it pulls out. Hold it steady there. Okay, now tilt it up. Is there anyone coming on this side?
Yeah, I was just thinking, let me just switch sides.
Z back. I don't like it when I pop the eye because it doesn't, makes it too slick to grab. There you have it. So that's the head. And so now you take this, you can see that the nose is all there, all around the eyes. He's got a little too much eye here, but see all the way around the whole eye. Still there, the scent gland. Scent gland. Nose, all the lips. So that'll be the whole thing. And then when you roll these up, stretch this out like that. You want to put the meat side to the meat side here. That. Like that. Roll this back up like this, and then you take it to the taxidermist, and you know they can take it, and what the taxidermist do, they usually boil the head out a little bit and cut the skull cap out, because they just use the skull cap in this, and the rest is a mannequin. But anyways, that's how you cape an animal. So to age a deer correctly, you have to use the molars. So to get the molars exposed, kind of cut the sides here and open the mouth. Just be glad your dentist doesn't do this for you. See, he's got pretty good teeth here, but you can see how they're worn down. They're not as sharp as, he's actually got really good teeth. He's in really good health, but he is an older buck, probably in that 5, see how that's worn down there? Probably that 5 to 7 range. I'm not real good. My dad's a lot better, but that's what I would judge him at, is that 5 to 7 range because of this one, how it's worn down. When this tooth is usually gone, he's about 8, and then they'll lose these, and you can see they're down, so he's probably closer to 7 because they're not real sharp. So it was a good buck to get out of the herd, I think. He was on his down, well, he was probably just getting into his prime. So that's how you would cape a deer. Whitetail, elk, all that are pretty close to the same process, just a little bit larger. So anyways, hope you enjoy that.